Have you been feeling off lately? Not in pain, not in crisis, just not quite yourself? Maybe it's a weight you've lost without trying. A tiredness that doesn't go away. A strange tightness when you bend down to tie your shoes. Small things. Easy to ignore. But what if your body is whispering before it screams? Today's video could save your life, or someone you love. We'll uncover 5 warning signs your body might already be sending. Especially if you're over 60. And more importantly, what to do when doctors don't take you seriously. Yes, we'll go there. Because too many people wait and regret it later. If you care about staying independent, active, and alive, hit subscribe right now, and let's walk this path together. Let's get started. For most of our lives, losing a few pounds feels like a good thing. A compliment from a friend. That favorite shirt fitting again. It makes you smile, and for years, it meant progress. But after 60, that same weight loss can mean something else entirely. You haven't changed your diet. You're not exercising more than usual. And still, the number on the scale keeps dropping. It seems like a gift, but sometimes, it's your body waving a quiet red flag. It could be your thyroid. It could be early cancer. It could mean your body isn't absorbing nutrients the way it used to. No pain. No big symptoms. Just a slow shift. And that's what makes it so easy to ignore. Take David, a 74-year-old retired postman. He dropped 10 pounds over a few months, without trying. His neighbors complimented him. He felt lighter. But soon, the tiredness came. Then a cough that wouldn't go away. By the time he saw a doctor, he was diagnosed with early-stage lung cancer. He caught it just in time, because he finally listened. And David isn't alone. In the comments of videos like this, we've heard dozens of similar stories. Like Linda, she lost over 50 pounds in less than 2 years. She told her doctor. But the response? Don't worry. That's normal for your age. But deep down, she knew it wasn't. That's where the real danger lies. Weight loss, at this age, isn't always a sign of health. It can mean lost muscle, weakened immunity, hidden inflammation. And it doesn't hurt. So we ignore it. But what if your doctor doesn't take it seriously? That question comes up more often than you'd think. So here's what we believe. Never silence what your body is trying to say. If something has changed, and you don't know why, keep asking. Seek a second opinion. You know your body better than anyone else. And if any of this feels familiar, in your own life, or in someone you love, don't wait. Leave a comment with the word yes below. Let others know they're not alone. And know this, just by watching this video, you're already taking care of yourself. Everyone feels tired sometimes. That's life. A busy day. A poor night of sleep. A long phone call with the grandkids. But there's a different kind of tired. One that sinks in deeper. That lingers even after a full night's rest. It's the kind of fatigue that makes small things feel big. Like getting dressed. Like fixing breakfast. Like picking up the phone. You don't feel sick. Just heavier. And day by day, that weight grows. For older adults, this isn't always about aging. This isn't about being out of shape. Sometimes, it's something else entirely. Fatigue like this can be linked to heart issues, or anemia, or early signs of diabetes, or even something emotional, like depression that's hiding in the background. And it doesn't announce itself loudly. It whispers. Judy was 68. She loved her garden, took pride in her home, walked her dog every morning. But one spring, things started to shift. She skipped her walks. Let the weeds grow. She told herself it was just age catching up. But it wasn't. Weeks later, after collapsing in her kitchen, She was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. The signs had been there. Quietly. But she told herself not to worry. Many people do the same. They feel tired, then pull away. They stop going out. They cancel lunch with friends. And suddenly, the world gets a little smaller. Fatigue doesn't just affect the body. It touches the spirit too. It makes you feel alone, disconnected. And that silence becomes part of the danger. In the comments we read every day, one message comes up again and again. I thought I was just getting older. I didn't know it could be serious. But now you do. If you felt this kind of tired, or noticed it in someone close, pause, reflect, and trust that even subtle shifts deserve attention. We'll continue this journey together. And if this message speaks to you, type the number 2 in the comments. You never know who might read it and feel seen. There's a kind of weight loss that feels earned. You eat a little better. Take longer walks. Feel your clothes loosen gently around your waist. But then, there's another kind. The one that arrives quietly. Unnoticed, until someone else brings it up. And you realize your belt is tighter on the last notch. Your favorite sweater hangs differently. And your energy just isn't the same. This isn't about dieting or discipline. It's about your body changing without you asking it to. For many older adults, unintentional weight loss is one of the earliest signs that something inside isn't working as it should. It might mean your body isn't absorbing nutrients properly. It might be fighting a hidden infection. Sometimes it points to issues with the thyroid. Other times, it's a quiet signal of early cancer. But often, it feels harmless. Even welcome. You think, I guess I've just been eating less. Or, maybe it's stress. That's what Harold thought. He was 74. Still active. Still sharp. But the pounds kept slipping away. He blamed age. Only after a routine checkup did he learn the truth. A gastrointestinal tumor had been quietly interfering with how his body absorbed food. His strength was fading, slowly but steadily. And the hardest part? He hadn't felt sick. Just smaller. This kind of weight loss doesn't scream. It drifts. And with it, goes muscle, balance, and the resilience your body needs to stay strong. That's why noticing matters. A change in appetite. Clothes that feel too loose. A quiet sense that your body is lighter, but not stronger. Your body is wise. Even when it's silent, it's always speaking. And if your body is craving real nourishment, the kind that restores and strengthens, maybe it's time to listen in a new way. Discover the difference nature can make. Moringa Magic brings together powerful nutrients, antioxidants, and gentle anti-inflammatory support, all in one natural source. If you've been feeling run down, if inflammation or fatigue are part of your daily life, this may be the gentle reset your body's been waiting for. To learn more, click the link in the description. Your body deserves nourishment that works from the inside out. Chest pain. It sounds dramatic. Urgent. Like something out of a movie. But for many older adults, it doesn't come like that. No sharp pain. No sudden collapse. Instead, it's a whisper. A gentle tightness while you walk up the stairs. A pressure that fades when you sit down. An odd ache in your shoulder or jaw. A strange burning in your chest you blame on lunch. And that's when it becomes dangerous. Because the body doesn't always follow the script. Especially as we age, heart-related symptoms tend to hide. They disguise themselves as fatigue, indigestion, or just a bit of breathlessness. It's easy to overlook. Or explain away. Until something serious finally happens. Margaret was 68. She loved gardening. She noticed a pressure in her chest when pulling weeds, but she thought it was just muscle strain. She waited. She adjusted. But eventually, she gave in to her daughter's concern. The test revealed it wasn't muscle. It was her heart. Blocked arteries. Her body had been trying to tell her for weeks. What she felt wasn't pain. It was a signal. Soft, but persistent. These gentle warning signs matter. Especially if they show up during light activity. Climbing a few steps. Carrying groceries. Reaching for something on a high shelf. They might pass quickly. But they don't come from nowhere. And when something feels off, not painful, but off, it's not weakness. It's wisdom. Your body, asking you to pause. To reflect. And sometimes, to act before things become louder. There's a kind of strength in listening early. A strength that protects the years ahead. If your heart has been feeling slower, heavier, or different in quiet ways, your next step may start not with urgency, but with awareness. Sometimes, the body doesn't speak through pain. It speaks through what it shows on the outside. A bruise that appears without a bump. A scratch that lingers. A small cut that just won't close. They seem harmless. Until they aren't. When healing slows down, it's often a reflection of something deeper. Circulation. Immune function. Nutrient delivery. Things the body used to manage quietly, now taking more time, or struggling altogether. Donald, age 73, loved working in the yard. He began to notice small scrapes on his arms staying red and raw for weeks. His skin bruised easily. And some spots wouldn't fade. It took a conversation with a neighbor for him to realize this wasn't normal. Eventually, tests showed his kidneys were under strain. Filtering less efficiently. Slowing his body's recovery in ways he hadn't felt, only seen. Wounds that linger are not always surface level. They may be signs that your body is working harder to repair itself. Or that something, somewhere inside, is interfering. This includes poor blood flow, especially to the hands, feet, and legs. Early signs of diabetes. A weakened immune response. Or nutritional deficiencies that delay cellular repair. But what makes it harder is how easy it is to dismiss. Aging skin. Thinner blood. An accidental bump you forgot about. So you watch. And wait. And sometimes weeks go by before you realize it's not going away. That moment of awareness can change everything. Because your skin, your body's outer layer, is also one of its best messengers. When it takes longer to bounce back, chances are your inner systems are taking longer too. Noticing is not fear. It's care. The kind of care that can add peace to your days and strength to your years. There's a kind of change that sneaks up quietly. The number on the scale drops. Clothes fit looser. Friends say, "You look great." But something doesn't feel right. You haven't changed how you eat. You haven't started moving more. And yet, the weight fades. For some, this feels like a bonus. For others, it brings a quiet concern. Unintentional weight loss after age 60 is rarely just about aging. It's often a sign that something in the body is shifting. Sometimes subtly. Sometimes rapidly. It may be linked to thyroid function. To digestive issues where nutrients aren't being absorbed. To early signs of cancer, before other symptoms appear. To stress or chronic inflammation breaking down muscle quietly. Linda, age 74, shared in the comments. She went from 159 to 103 pounds over the course of a year. Her doctor said not to worry. That she was healthy. But she knew something felt off. That feeling deserves attention. Because the body doesn't lose weight for no reason. Especially when appetite hasn't changed. And what's often misunderstood is that weight loss in older adults isn't always about fat. It can be about muscle. About bone. About strength slipping away before you realize it. This makes daily activities harder. balance less steady, energy more fragile. It can impact immune response, mental clarity, and overall resilience. It's not just about looking thinner. It's about what the body is trying to say when it sheds its reserves without asking. That kind of message deserves quiet listening. Not fear, but presence, and a willingness to observe with compassion. Because noticing isn't overreacting. It's respect for the body's way of speaking when words aren't enough. The body has a quiet way of asking for help. It doesn't always shout. It whispers. It nudges. It repeats soft signals through fatigue, discomfort, weight shifts, or slow healing. And in those moments, awareness becomes your greatest ally. Because the sooner we notice, the more choices we have. Not just to treat, but to protect. To care. To live with more clarity, more peace, and more time for what truly matters. Aging doesn't mean fading. It means listening differently. Trusting the quiet wisdom of a body that's carried you through decades. A body that still speaks, if you're willing to hear. If this video helped you feel more aware, more prepared, or more understood, we invite you to stay with us. This channel is a space created for you. For your health. Your voice. Your story. Feel free to explore our other videos, where we go deeper into the signs, choices, and small changes that make a big difference. And if something in this video resonated with you, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. You never know who else your story might help. And finally, if you'd like to keep learning, stay connected, and grow with a community that values wisdom, consider subscribing. This journey doesn't have to be walked alone. Until next time, take good care. And remember, listening to your body is one of the most powerful things you can do.